Hey, how you doing? Okay, this is part 3, the final part of Lionsgate Portal. So in the first one, I went over what the Lionsgate Portal was and just kind of like started going into myself introspectively, self-reflecting, and just kind of just seeing what's in there type thing. Hopefully, I believe that we're in the middle of a giant narcissist epidemic, and that's the real reason that we're having the environmental problems. Like if you look at the people with the environmental problems, if you look at the Earth's environmental problems, the reason they're happening is because of rich people that think they know what they're talking about, that have their priorities all out of whack. And it's the reason that things are the way they are is because of religion, because of theology, because people haven't been encouraged to be free thinkers and they let their religion do the thinking for them. And we've been molded into that through history, because in history, if you were a free thinker, that was a death sentence, But nowadays, it's you can be a free thinker, and it shouldn't have to mean that it's a death sentence. It shouldn't have to mean directly that they're going to kill you or torture you or anything like that. But in the past, that was. So the people that would have been free thinkers in the past didn't survive. They were killed, and so their genes weren't put on. So our genes, all of our genes, come from people that weren't free thinkers. So that's not, our past is not a free thinking past. That's not our past. We were not free thinkers in our past lives, or none of the people we were related to, or none of the people we read about in history. None of these people were free thinkers. Some of them, but so our brains and our minds and our genetics and our social groups and our behaviors and everything has all been molded so that we are incapable of free thinking, So that's why I'm willing to go into kind of these personal things to kind of show you, kind of walk you through, hold your hand and walk you through what it means to self-reflect and be introspective and things like that, because that's definitely the pathway out of our problems, Also knowing human nature, that what people want is to feel important, and that's everybody's top priority when it comes to, especially the narcissist. It's all really just people trying to feel important. And the second one I went over, that I love people and that I don't want anybody to take anything personal. It's nothing personal. It's like a bigger picture question, with me. So as far as like the Lionsgate Portal is about like manifesting things that you want, So like I guess the question for me to be conclusive as the final part of this is, the conclusion is that I'm an Eagles fan. One of the guys on the team, Jalen Reagor. It's really interesting because Jalen Reagor he's kind of like me, like everybody wishes him the best and everything, but they see him as somebody that just has kind of mental issues, and they think that maybe a different setting would be better for him, and that's true with me. I really can empathize with Jalen Reagor. I imagine that he's probably a lot like me, I've just, I come from a strong history of alcoholism and depression and suicide and things like that. And those things, it's easier said than done, escaping them. I don't even know if it's possible to really, truly escape from those things, but I'm really happy, and transitioning was really good for me spiritually. It makes me happy, and my love for myself has increased. So the question is like, so what do I even want? What do these things mean, in a more practical terms of what I want? Well, I guess what I want is, I'm just, by nature, I'm just not selfish. It's hard, I can't find anything that I want for myself. What I want has to do with everybody else. I want everybody to be happy, and I want us to progress to the next level and things like that. And I'm probably not designed to have friends, but yeah, like a genie bottle, you know, I would probably I would wish for like a house and a boyfriend, you know. You're like, oh, a husband? It's like, whatever, dude. I don't get into marriage. Marriage doesn't mean much to me. Loyalty does, and being honest. So that's the same thing. I guess that's the equivalent with me. But and I want friends, you know, and maybe one day I'll have those things. But it seems that the universe that's just not what the universe has in mind for me. My job is to walk around the earth and spot people that are hurt and alone and need help and encouragement and support and defending and things like that. My job's to identify those people, and I have all the tools, just like how a grizzly bear has a nose that can find food. You know, I'm designed to find those things, and you know, like a shark that can sense blood miles away, a drop of blood in the water. You know, that's kind of how I am. You know, there's, you know, what's that smell? Somebody's feelings are hurt. You know, do they need my help? You know, that's kind of what I'm like. You know, so I guess my job is not really to so much to have friends or to have sex or money or those kind of things. That I'm designed to just try to, you know, that's what I want to do. I just want to be there for people and to love and support people, and that's what I'm designed to do, you know. So if the universe can figure out how to put that into more practical terms, you know, hopefully it doesn't mean I make money, you know. I mean, I guess I can, if they want to give me money, I'll take it. There's things I want to buy, you know, but money disgusts me. For the most part, I don't want money. And sex doesn't seem realistic. It's hard to imagine. You know, I don't have any self-confidence in those areas. You know, I do. But the funny thing about sex is, like, man, like almost nothing has a stronger effect on me than a man that I'm attracted to that treats me nice. You know, I don't realistically know what I would and wouldn't do, or would or wouldn't want with something like that. You know, because it just has this weird effect on me, and then I find myself wanting things I didn't know that I wanted and things like that. You know, and in that mode, like, you know how I can tell that I love someone is I'm a Taurus, so I'm self-defensive. I'm not self-defensive. I defend the people I love. You know, if I love someone, in my mind I'll think, boy, if somebody touches them, I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna smash their skull in the ground and jump up and down on it till it looks like a blood pancake. You know, if I have a thought like that, it's like, whoa, apparently I love that person. You know, that's how I know that when I love people. That's how I can tell when I love someone, because it makes me want to murder everyone that would dare touch them. And so that's just my nature, you know. So like, with guys, you know, that would probably, you know, I like masculine man. A masculine man would probably go, no, I'm the one that's supposed to protect you. And I'm like, yeah, I need protection, especially because I'm like that, you know? There's a good chance that the way I'm gonna die is there's gonna be like 10 guys that are like, all trans women are winning, and like, all, I'm gonna fuck you up, you know, and things like that. I'm the kind of person that would dare to fight like 10, 15 men, just myself, you know, which I obviously can't do. They would kill me, you know. That's probably how I'm gonna die. You know, I don't know what fear is sometimes, you know. It just doesn't, I don't remember to be afraid. So, you know, really often, you know, which is scary. It's like after I self-reflect after it's over, I'm all, whoa, what the hell was I doing, dude? That guy could have like totally kicked my ass, you know. But if I would just have to be careful with the guy that I cared about, you know, not to hurt his manhood. But I hope he would like that. Like, you know, he might as well just be even more manly, knowing that if he's defending me and then it doesn't work, that I'll you know, I won't just sit there and go, oh no, you're beating up my man. I'll go over there and like kick him in the head or something, you know, and help him beat the shit out of him or something, you know. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I like football and why I'm doing football. Is I'm trying to get those kind of thoughts out of my mind, you know. I'm tired of, you know, I really love martial arts and Bruce Lee, you know, but I'm tired of like knowing how to kill people all the time. You know, I don't want to kill people. You know, like why has life molded me? And you know, I used to get bullied and stuff like that. I never chose any of those things. Those are things that life molded me into. You know, I want to be into a sport. I'd rather prove myself through, you know, if I'm going to beat up a bunch of guys, I'd rather do it because they're like, I'll bet you I can beat you in football, and then I like kick their ass in football. Yeah! It's probably why the idea of competing against women doesn't really appeal to me. I'm like, oh, women? I don't have beef with women. Why would I want to compete? I have beef with men. I want to like kick men's butt, you know? But so I guess, yeah, the more selfish I get, the more I would have to admit that I am interested in sex, and I am interested in men, you know, but not men like, oh man, you know, I'm not really the naturally kind of slutty, you know, I mean, any more than anyone else is, if we're all honest, you know, but that's just selfish. I'm not sure if the universe is going to ever allow me to have things that I want on a selfish note. It just doesn't seem like it. It keeps trying to teach me that that's not what I get to have. What I get to have is what it's designed me to do, and that's to take care of my brothers and sisters and love them and look out for them and try to figure out how to make them love themselves more and be more confident and give support where there's no support and things like that, you know. So I guess that's what I want, you know, it's just a question of how selfish I'm supposed to be in my wanting, you know. If it's selfish, then yeah, I wouldn't mind a trailer. You know, if you gave me $10 billion, I would go buy a trailer and live in a trailer court and I would give away way more money than I would spend, you know, and that's what I would want to do. It would make me feel good, just like how, you know, but anyway, these rich people that are in charge of the earth, they're the opposite of me, you know. That's if you know, like if you guys were smart, you would say then Angie is the exact person qualified to be rich. You want to fix the world, you make people like me rich. Give me billions of dollars. Give people just like me billions of dollars, and our problems will go away. You know, because the people that have the millionaires and stuff of the world, go get to know them. They have families and a house, and everybody thinks they're really good people, and they go to church and they're all, the purpose of life is family, and they spend all their money on their family, and they're all about their family, and the family this and family that, and this is my family and my friends and things like that, you know. And that's hoarding. They don't think that's hoarding, but it's hoarding, you know. Why is your family any more important than why is someone more important just because they're your family member than someone that's a complete stranger? You know, why does that make them more important? That doesn't make them more important. It doesn't matter if you're my friend or my family. You're the same as me. We're the same person. We're all the same person, you know? So you give me money, first of all, the black people are gonna score if you give me some money. All the white supremacists are all, no, don't give Angie any money. Because like, black people will score. You give me money, I will put Ethiopia on the map in a new way, you know, and black people, I will be a famous, she helped the black people person, you know, I will find a way. And it's Native Americans, and you know, see, like for me, my focus is that, like I said, people that need support and loving and things like that. That's all I see. That's all I care about. That's what my mind's designed to do. You know, I'm not a selfish thinker. I'm trying to take care of myself so I can be useful. So I want things, and I take care of myself for non-selfish reasons. So that's my conclusion. My conclusion is that, you know, I don't want life to turn me into what I see out there as the problem. I don't want life to turn me into some rich person that accumulates things for their own needs. Ugh, yuck. That is just not what my soul, that would be a perversion of my soul. You know, that would make me a pervert. So what I want is I want to help people, you know, and I want to be an expert at knowing where to apply money and where to apply pressure, where to apply effort, where to apply love, where to apply thought and care, and that's what I want to do.